Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our third season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent slash grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.forties.com and click KCK Baseball. If you're interested in your business having a banner on the outfield fence or stadium entry, go to www.4ts.com, click KCK Blue Devils Baseball, then click Download Banner Brochure, or call Tony Tompkins at 913 288 7150. Okay, somebody put audio, please. The electricity flickered a while ago and my mixer went out. Thank you for putting that on the chat. So, Leanna or Ruben 1, would you let me know that now there is audio? I believe that there is. If somebody would just put a yes or a thumbs up, I appreciate you checking with me. The electricity flickered and I didn't catch that, so thanks for catching it for me. Here comes the 1-2. Foul ball down the third base line. The indication is from my equipment that the audio is going again, but nobody has let me know that. So if somebody would please. Nice play by the third baseman for the third out at the end of one inning. No score. Thanks for whoever put, Ruben, thank you for putting that. I appreciate it because I wouldn't have noticed it otherwise. So we'll go to the second inning. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our third season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.forties.com and click KCK Baseball. All right, here we go to the second inning. Scheduled up for the Greyhounds messenger Moore and Jones. Weddle back for his second inning of work. No score here in the top of the first. I'll have to get to my scoreboard and get it changed, but let's get this hitter. There's a ball headed into center field. For a hit. So a leadoff hit by Peyton Messenger here. It's going to bring up Traylor Moore, the designated hitter. He'll step in with a runner at first. And nobody out after the leadoff base hit by Messenger. Runner at first. Didn't mean to, but did. He didn't mean to, but he did. Umpire ruled it a swing. 0-1 the count. Runner at first. Carlin behind the plate. Weddle on the mound. Pop up on the infield. First baseman Bard floats back into fair territory to take care of that for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up Grant Jones. He's the left fielder, number 13. Runner at first. Jones steps in on the left-handed side. Back in over at first safely is Messenger. In the dirt, just gets away from Carlin. That was one of those 58 footers that's hard for the catcher to get blocked. So the runner moves down to second. One out now after the pop out to first base. Little bit high. 2-0 the count. Grant Jones, the left fielder, at the plate for the Greyhounds. Comes the 2-0. Ground ball headed up the middle. Got a little run down here. And the fielder's choice makes the second out of the inning. So that'll bring up Clark. He'll be up there on the left-handed side. He's the third baseman. He'll step in now with 2 outs and a runner at first base. Swing and a miss. Ball in the dirt, gets away from Carlin. So the runner moves up on either wild pitch or pass ball. 0-1, 2 outs. In the dirt again, blocked nicely by Carlin. He's earning his money already, and we're just in the top of the second inning, no score. Ball headed into right field, and that's taken care of by Paniagua for the third out. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. This broadcast is bought in whole by Coach Golbeck and the Blue Devils baseball team. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our third season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.fortees.com and click KCK Baseball. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the second. Bell back to the mound for another inning of work. Scheduled up for the Blue Devils, Bard, Freeman, and Carlin. Ball headed up to the middle and over to the first for the out. So Bard out on a 6-3 ground out. That's going to bring up Freeman. Darius Freeman, the designated hitter, he'll step in on the left-handed side. That's upstairs a little bit, ball one. High and outside, ball two, so 2-0 the count on the designated hitter, Darius Freeman. Strike right through there. Strike one called, 2 balls, 1 strike. Strike just catches the inside corner. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on for the Blue Devils. There's a swing and a miss for the strikeout, actually a foul ball and held by the catcher. That's going to bring up Camden Carlin, the catcher. He'll step in with 2 outs and nobody on here in the bottom of the second. Strike right at the belt inside part of the plate. Strike right through there. Right at the knees down the middle. So 0-2 the count on Carlin. Foul ball laced just past the dugout down the first base side. So we'll do the 0-2 again. Carlin, the catcher for the Blue Devils. Comes the pitch from Bell. Foul ball backing out of play. So we'll do the 0-2 again. Inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. I bet now he wishes he'd have worn that one. 1-2. Out of play down the right field line. 1-2 the count, 2 outs. Blue Devils batting here in the bottom half of the second inning. Way up high. Two and two the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the second. Lots of twos. There's a breaking ball, freezes him for the strikeout called. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Thanks for joining. Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our 3rd season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.fortees.com and click KCK Baseball. All right, here we go to the top of the 3rd inning. Mashad, Gorman, and Choi Fu scheduled up for the Greyhounds. Foul ball right out in front of things. High and outside, ball one, 1 ball, 1 strike. Scoreboard is frustrating up here for one of the players working on it because it's a flashing and being a little crazy, and it makes it tough for things. There's a strike called. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Mashad. Just misses a little bit. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count on Mashad. Swing and a miss of that offering by Weddle for the strikeout. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Tyler Gorman. Gorman will step in as he bats here in the top of the third with 1 out. Strike called. 0-1 the count. Squared the bunt, pulled it back. Strike 2. Top of the third. Foul ball. So we'll do the 0-2 again. Little bit high across the outfield. It's from left to right. Johnson, Paniagua, and Adams across the infield, left to right. Hutchison, Dawson, Slabowski, and Bard Weddle on the mound. Carlin behind the plate. There's a swing and a miss for a strikeout. So through the order 1 time, and Weddle has 4 strikeouts. Back to the top of the order, Dylan Fu. He grounded out to the second baseman his first time up. Strike called. Strike on the swing, 0-2. Fu is from Kailua, Hawaii. On to the count. Misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss for the third out. So we'll go to the bottom half of the third inning. No score. We'll take a break. We'll be back. If you're interested in your business having a banner on the outfield fence or stadium entry, go to www.4ts.com, click KCK Blue Devils Baseball, then click Download Banner Brochure, or call Tony Tompkins at 913-288-7150. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the third inning. Johnson, Slabowski, and Dawson scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Johnson, Jalen Johnson, the left fielder, he'll step in to face Charlie Bell. Tall right-hander on the mound for Fort Scott. Just catches the inside corner, strike one called. Comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss of that high fastball. That was enticing, swing and a miss. Just misses a little bit outside and or low. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the left fielder, Jalen Johnson. All right, pardon me for my problems with that. We'll see if that's going to go up as a hit. Going to be a base hit for Johnson. It's going to bring up Slabowski, the second baseman. He'll step in with nobody out and a runner at first in Johnson. A little bit low and outside, 1-0 the count. Out of play down the right field line. One and one the count. Johnson at first. Slabowski at the plate. Sack bunt by Slabowski back to the pitcher over to first base. Moves Johnson over to second. So back to the top of the order to Dawson. He's from Russellville, Arkansas. He grounded out to the second baseman his last time out. Get a phone call in the middle of the game from my tech person that helps me figure things out, but I got it figured out before he called. 1-0 the count. Foul ball straight back to the screen. One ball, one strike, one out, one on. Comes the stretch and the 1-1 from Bell. Way up high, ball 2, 2-1 the count. To Cole Dawson, the shortstop of the Blue Devils. He's in there with 1 out and 1 on after the sac bunt by Slabowski after the base hit. Into left field by Johnson. Strike called just on the outside corner at the waist. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bottom of the third action. Swing and a miss for that strikeout. It's going to bring up Paniagua. Paniagua is from Blue Springs, went to Blue Springs High School. He had a base hit his first time up and a stolen base. He'll step in with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position in Johnson. Strike catches the outside corner. Raymond Paniagua at the plate. A little shake of the head, might have been a little outside. Nonetheless, a called strike. 0-1. Foul ball. Owing to the count on Paniagua, the center fielder. Swing and a miss at that ball. We'll go to the top of the 4th with no score. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our 3rd season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.fortees.com and click KCK Baseball. All right, here we go to the top half of the 4th inning. Jacob Mashuka steps in on the right-handed side, or the left-handed side. He is from Lake Dallas, Texas. Check swing, sure looked like a swing to me. But nonetheless, we're going to appeal down to first. That's a tough appeal with only 2 umpires, 1 at first. Comes the 2-0. That's in the dirt, so ball 3 to Mashuka, the first baseman. Strike called at the knees at the outside corner. 3 balls and a strike. Weddle in his 4th inning of work. That misses a little bit low, so ball 4. So Mashuka with a base on balls. He struck out the first time. It's going to bring up Skaggs. Skaggs was called out on strikes his first time up. He's the right fielder. He'll step in with nobody out and a runner at first base. The ball headed into right field for a base hit. So Skaggs with a base hit. It's going to have runners at first and second. That's going to bring up Messenger. Messenger is from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. He'll step in. He had a base hit his first time up. Sack bunt. Throw back over to third, back in safely. So a sack bunt by Messenger. That's going to bring up Moore. Moore is from Benbrook, Texas. He'll step in with one out and runners at second and third to face Weddle. Weddle needs a ball right at somebody. Nice block by Carlin. Want to know the count? Just misses a little bit outside. 2-0 the count. Moore, the designated hitter at the plate. In the dirt, blocked nicely by Carlin. So 3-0 the count. Moore may not see anything here to hit with first base open. Strike called right at the knees, right down the heart of the plate. Three and one the count. One out. Runners at second and third. Top of the fourth inning action. No score at this point. A little bit low, ball four. So that's going to load the bases for Grant Jones, the left fielder. Jones is from Joplin, Missouri. Bases full of Greyhounds, one out. There's a ball headed into the gap, into the outfield. That's going to score at least one. Going to be out at home. So one run scores. Jones with an RBI base hit. Two outs now, runners at first and second. Foul ball down the left field line. So 0-1 the count. Just stayed up a little bit. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one the count. Runners at first and second. Misses just a little bit high. Swing, fouled, held by the catcher. 2-2 the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on, 1 run in for the Greyhounds here in the top of the 4th to take a 1-0 lead. It's a base hit into the left field line. Couldn't get my camera to go to that left field corner, but just a 2-base hit and an RBI for Clark. So 2 runs in the inning. That's going to bring up Mashad. Mashad is from Fort Scott, Kansas. Hometown boy at the plate. 2 runs in. There's a swing and a miss. See, I can get it to go to left field now. 2 runs in. Comes the 0-1 pitch from Weddle. 0-2 the count after that swing. Nicely blocked by Carlin. Little bit high, ball and 2 strikes. Runners at second and third. Jones and Clark each with RBI hits here in the inning for the Greyhounds to take a 2-0 lead. Breaking ball swings through and miss. So 2 runs in the inning. At the end of 3.5, the Greyhounds lead 2-0. We'll be back. Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our 3rd season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.forties.com and click KCK Baseball. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Scheduled up is Adams, Hutchison, and Bard. Adams is from Leavenworth, Kansas, went to Lansing High School. He takes a strike outside corner. He popped out in foul territory to the first baseman his first time up. That one's low. 1 ball, 1 strike to Caleb Adams, the right fielder. A little bit high. 2-1 the count. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 4th action. 2 runs scored in the top of the 4th by the Greyhounds to lead 2-0. Comes the 2-2. High fly ball to left field. Underneath that is the Left fielder Jones, he takes care of that for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up Hutchison, Palmer Hutchison. Palmer is from Hayes, Kansas, went to Hayes High School. There's strike right through there. Palmer lined out to the third baseman his first time up, hit a rope. The third baseman, Clark, made a diving play to his left. 0-2 the count. High and outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 down here in the bottom of the fourth as the Blue Devils bat. There's a ball deep to left field. And a home run for Palmer Hutchison. So that swing of the bat cuts the deficit in half. That's going to bring up Bard. He grounded out to the shortstop his first time up. Fouls that back to the screen. Brendan is from Kansas City, Kansas. He went to Piper High School. Swing and a miss of that curveball. 0-2 the count. Quickly ahead is Charlie Bell, ahead of the hitter Brendan Bard. Brendan is the first baseman. Nice stop there by the catcher Messenger. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out to Brendan Bard. The ball headed to right field. Back to take care of that is Skaggs. That's going to bring up Freeman, the designated hitter. He struck out his first time up. Freeman is from Kansas City, Kansas. He went to Shawnee Mission Northwest High School. Swing and a miss to that first offering by Bell. Comes the wind in the 0-1. Stayed up a little bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the top of the fourth, the Greyhounds score 2 so far here in the bottom of the fourth. Hutchison with a 1-run home run. That ball's a strike at the knees. Strike called. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the hitter Freeman. Defensive swing, gets a piece of it, stays alive in there, does Freeman. One ball, 2 strikes, the count to Freeman, the designated hitter. Fly ball to left field. Underneath that is Jones, and Jones takes care of it. So at the end of 4 innings, the Blue Devils trail the Greyhounds of Fort Scott Community College 2-1. We'll take a break. We'll be back. All right, here we go to the top half of the fifth inning. The first game is a scheduled 7. I'm not sure if the second one's going to be 9 or 7. We'll check on that one and let you know. Tyler Gorman, he's from Fort Scott, Kansas. He'll step in. He struck out his first time up. Weddle back for another inning of work. That first pitch misses high. Gorman squared the bunt, pulled her back. 1-0 the count. Swing and a miss of that fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-1 the score. Fort Scott with a 1-run advantage at this point. They bat in the top of the fifth. Bunt over the third base dugout and out of play. One and two the count. It's a ball headed into the left field corner and just foul. So a long, loud strike was that. So Gorman put a charge in that line. Ball down the left field line was just foul. Time asked for and granted by Gorman. Gorman, the second baseman, number 7. 2-1 lead for the Greyhounds here in the fifth. Just misses a little bit outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out as Gorman leads off the top of the fifth for the Greyhounds. High and inside. So 3-2 the count. Comes the wind in the 3-2 from Weddle. Swing, got a piece of it, held by Carlin, the catcher, for the strikeout. So back to the top of the order. Dylan Kurahasi Choi Fu from Hawaii will step in. Misses outside. Fu grounded out to the second baseman his first time, and his second time up, he struck out. 1-0 the count on him. Outside corner at the knees, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. As Weddle faces the original leadoff hitter, Dylan Fu, the shortstop of Fort Scott. 1 ball, 2 strikes, that foul back to the screen. Foul ball down the right field line and out of play. So we'll do the 1-2 again. In the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the fifth. In the dirt again. 3-2 the count. Down the left field line, that's going to be foul. We'll do the 3-2 again. Swing and a miss for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Jacob Mashuka. He struck out and walked his first 2 times up today. He steps in with 2 outs and nobody on. Bats from the left. A little bit low, 1-0 the count. Foul ball back to the screen. One ball, one strike. Mashuka, the first baseman. There's a ball hit it up the middle for a base hit. So a 2-out hit for Mashuka. It's going to bring up Skaggs. Skaggs was called out on strikes his first at bat, and then came back with the base hit his second at bat. He'll be up there with 2 outs and a runner at first. Mashuka at first base, back in there safely. Second baseman underneath that one for the third out of the inning. So we go to the bottom half of the 5th after 4.5. Blue Devils trail Fort Scott 2-1. We'll be back. To the bottom half of the inning we go. There's a strike right through there to Carlin. Carlin was called out on strikes his first time up. He went from Lawrence, Kansas, went to Free State. There's a hard hit ground ball to the third baseman, Clark. He's up with it and over to Mashuka for the first out of the inning. Hard hit, but an out. It's going to bring up Jalen Johnson. Little soft line drive to the shortstop. Takes care of that, does Fu. It's going to bring up Slabowski. Misses a little high and inside. Slabowski is from St. Joe, Missouri, went to Lafayette High School. Misses a little bit high. 2-0. Johnson is from Blue Springs, went to Blue Springs South. There's a strike called. Get the strike zone got expanded just a hair there, I believe. 2-1 the count. Strike fastball at the knees right through. There's 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs to the second baseman, Slabowski. Hit by pitch is Slabowski, so he'll go down to first. As a pitcher, you sure hate to have that happen with 2 strikes, but that's the way the old thing goes. Back to the top of the order. The shortstop, Cole Dawson. He's grounded out and struck out. He'll step in with a runner at first and 2 outs. Strike, breaking ball right through there. Top part of the zone down the middle. Comes the 0-1. A little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at first after the hit by pitch of Slabowski, the second baseman. He had a sac bunt his first time up. Dawson at the plate. First baseman tried to make a play over there, but out of play. One ball, 2 strikes. To Cole Dawson, the shortstop. Outside. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2-1 lead for the Greyhounds here in the bottom of the 5th. Runner goes. There's a pop-up on the infield. Second baseman over to take care of that. So Gorman takes care of that when we go to the top of the 6th. Blue Devils trail 2-1 to Fort Scott Greyhounds. We'll be back. To the top of the 6th we go, scheduled up for the Greyhounds, Messenger, Moore, and Jones. Whittleback for his 6th inning of work. Messenger has a base hit and a sac bunt, so 1-for-1 officially on the day. Stayed a little bit high, did that pitch. 1-0 the count to Messenger. Strike called. Bottom part of the zone, outside part of the plate. 1-1 the count. Whittle to Messenger. There's a foul ball back to the screen. One and two the count. Outside ball two. 2-2 the count on the catcher Messenger, Peyton Messenger. Foul ball back to the screen. We'll do the 2-2 again. Turnaround time in between games fairly quick, about 20 minutes. You'll go to another link. Be sure and go to the other link. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away from the catcher on the ball in the dirt. So officially a wild pitch, strikeout, but reaches. Yeah, it's terrible to get that good pitch, and it be such a good pitch that it ends up letting the runner get on. That's going to bring up more. Moore popped out to the first baseman and walked his second time up. He'll be up there with a runner at first and nobody out. Over to first, back in safely is Peyton Messenger. Foul ball down the left field line. On one the count, nobody out, runner at first. Blue Devils trail 2-1 to Fort Scott Greyhounds. Moore at the plate for the Greyhounds. He's the designated hitter. Line drive headed up the middle to Paniagua. He takes care of that for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up Grant Jones. He's the left fielder. He was out on a fielder's choice his first time up. Second time up, had an RBI base hit. He steps in with one out and one on. Little bit low, ball one. Jones at the plate. Ball headed to deep right field, taken care of by Adams. It's going to bring up Clark. Clark flew out to right center his first time up and then had an RBI base hit his second time up. He'll be up there with two outs and a runner at first. Throw over to first, kind of nonchalant, and gets by the first baseman. First baseman, I don't think Bard looked that one in quite like he should have. Nonetheless, runner at second. Clark at the plate. Swing and a miss. 0-1 the count on Clark. Clark, the third baseman. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Ball headed to the shortstop, Dawson up with it. Over to Bard for the third out of the inning. We go to the bottom half of the sixth. Blue Devils trails the Greyhounds 2-1. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our third season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.fortees.com and click KCK Baseball. All right, to the bottom half of the sixth we go. Fort Scott 2, KCK 1. Paniagua, Adams, and Hutchison scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Charlie Bell back for another inning of work, his sixth inning. Paniagua had a base hit and a stolen base his first time out. Struck out his second time. Squares to bunt. Wheels back out of the way. Takes ball 1-0. Breaking pitch right through there. 1-1 the count. Comes the 1-1 from Bell. Swing and a miss by Paniagua. 1-2 the count. Foul ball right down the right field line and out of play. We'll do the 1-2 again. Defensive swing there, just barely gets a piece of it. We'll do the 1-2 again. Comes the 1-2. Called a swing. So Paniagua down on strikes. It's going to bring up Adams, the right fielder. Caleb popped out to the first baseman and flew out to left field. Base hit driven right up the middle by Adams. That's going to bring up Palmer Hutchison. Palmer lined out on a great play by Clark at third base his first time up. Second time drove one out of the park for the only run of the Blue Devils so far. So a runner at first, one out, base hit. Palmer at the plate, takes low, ball one. 1-0 the count to Palmer Hutchison. Base hit by Adams, he's at first. Strike called, outside corner at the waist. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. 1 run so far by the Blue Devils. They trail 2-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. 7-inning game. Foul ball back to the screen. First game will be a 7. We'll have to check about the second game. We're not sure. Normally the first game is a 7. The second one is a 9. But given the changes along with COVID and the weather, we'll have to check on that. 1-2 the count. Another foul ball back to the screen. We'll do the 1-2 again. Charlie Bell battling Palmer Hutchison here in the bottom half of the 6th inning in this first ball game of the day. Blue Devils hosting the Fort Scott Community College Greyhounds. In the dirt. Tying run now in scoring position. So 2-2 the count on Palmer Hutchison. Comes the 2-2 in the dirt. Nicely blocked by the catcher Messenger. So Adams at second base, 1 out. Palmer Hutchison at the plate, full count. Like to see him get something on the outfield grass, tie this thing up. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Outside ball 4. Didn't expect him to get anything to hit there with first base open. That's going to bring up Brendan Bard. Bard grounded out to the shortstop and flew out to right field. We're going to get a visit to the mound. We'll take a break. If there's any changes, we'll get that to you when we get back. Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our 3rd season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.fortees.com and click KCK Baseball. All right, visit to the mound over. We will. Charlie Bell will stay in. Brendan Bard will step in. He's the first baseman. He'll step in with runners at first and second. Breaking pitch right through there. Oh, and 1 the count on Bard. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count. Comes the stretch and the pitch. Misses low and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner goes, swing, the ball headed up the middle. Unfortunate that the runner was running, had the base stolen, so he had to go back. Mashad makes the play for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Freeman. 2 outs. Freeman struck out and flown out to left field his first 2 times up. He steps in with runners at first and second with 2 outs. Low and inside, ball 1. Want to know the count, 2 outs. Strike called outside corner at the waist. Adams at second base, Hutchison at first. 2 outs. Blue Devils trail the Greyhounds by 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Darius Freeman asks for timeout and receives it. He's the designated hitter for the Blue Devils. Comes the 1-1 pitch. Stays up and out. 2 balls and a strike to Freeman. Comes the stretch and the 2-1 from Bell. Foul down the left field line. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Adams was off and running again as he was on that line drive for the second out of the inning. We'll do the 2-2 again. Swing and a miss. So we go to the top of the 7th inning. Blue Devils trailing the Greyhounds 2-1. We'll take a break. We'll be back for the final of this one. If you're interested in your business having a banner on the outfield fence or stadium entry, go to www.4ts.com, click KCK Blue Devils Baseball, then click Download Banner Brochure, or call Tony Tompkins at 913 288 7150. All right, here we go to the top half of the 7th inning. Mashad, Gorman, and Fu scheduled up. Weddle back for another inning of work. He trails 2-1. All the way back to the screen for ball 1. Want to know the count? Mashad has struck out twice so far. Takes a strike called there. 1-1 strike. Mashad, the center fielder. Foul ball back to the screen, so 1-2 the count on number 1, Alec Mashad, the center fielder. Ground ball up the middle. Taken by Slabowski over to Bard for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Gorman. Gorman struck out both of his first 2 appearances. He'll step in with 1 out here in the top of the 7th with his Greyhounds leading by 1. Breaking pitch falls just a little bit low there for ball 1. A little bit high. 2-0 the count to Tyler Gorman, the second baseman of the Greyhounds. Comes the 2-0. Strike at the belt, outside corner. 2 balls and a strike, 1 out. Top of the 7th action. Blue Devils trail the Greyhounds of Fort Scott by 1. Strike called outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. First game will be a 7-inning game. Swing and a miss. Eight strikeouts for Weddle. That's going to bring Fu to the plate. He has grounded out and struck out twice. He'll step in with 2 outs. Strike called. Outside corner at the knees. Outside and back to the screen, 1 ball, 1 strike. Strike called. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tyler, you're so good at getting those up. I thought all of a sudden it was strike 3 because you already had it up there. 2-2 the count. That's what happens when you've got a pitcher up here. When it's a called strike, they get her done. Swing and a miss. So we go to the bottom half of the 7th. The Blue Devils need 1 to tie, 2 to win. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our 3rd season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.fortees.com and click KCK Baseball. All right, here we go. Have Austin Neal comes in to pitch for the Greyhounds. Carlin, Johnson, and Slabowski scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Strike outside corner. Carlin has called out on strikes and grounded out to the 3rd baseman so far today. Low and outside. 2-1 the count. Outside ball 3. 3-1 the count on Carlin. Strike outside corner at the knees, so full count. Goes Neal to his first hitter. Ground ball to the 2nd baseman. Gorman up with it over to Mashaka Morshuko for the first out. That's going to bring up Johnson. Jalen's had a base hit and a line drive to the shortstop. He'll step in with 1 out and nobody on. Strike right through there. Jalen Johnson, the left fielder. Breaking ball way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. To the left fielder, Jalen Johnson. Ground ball headed up the middle. Shortstop has it and Short hop picked by the first baseman, Sofu, to Mashuka for the second out. It's going to bring up Slabowski. He's had a sac bunt and a hit by pitch. Strike called. For the time being, the Blue Devils down to their last out. Strike right through there at the knees. 0-2 the count. Ball up the middle. Safe at first, so an infield hit. The ball up the middle. Going to be an infield hit, I believe, is how that will be ruled. So the tying run at first, that's going to bring up Dawson. Dawson is grounded out, struck out, and popped out. So far today, he'll step in with a runner at first and 2 outs. Ball breaks outside for ball 1. Strike fastball at the knees on the outside corner. Neal on in relief of Bell. Bell went the first 6. Neal came in here in the 7th. One and one the count. Strike called. 1-2. Blue Devils down to their last strike at the moment. Ball's a little bit high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Blue Devils down to their last out. They trail by 1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Scheduled 7-inning game unless they change that on me. Hit by pitch. So Dawson is hit by pitch, which gets the tying run into scoring position. That's going to bring up Paniagua. Paniagua has a base hit, a stolen base, and 2 strikeouts. He'll be up there with runners at first and second with 2 outs. Breaking pitch a little bit low, 1-0 the count to Raymond Paniagua, the center fielder. Tying run at second base. Breaking pitch, swings through it, 1 ball, 1 strike. Catcher Messenger wants to visit with his pitcher a minute. Felt like maybe they weren't on the same page there. I think maybe Messenger was expecting a fastball and he got a curveball. 1-1 the count, runners at first and second. Tying run at second here in the bottom of the 7th. 7-inning game scheduled unless they change that on us. 1-1 the count. Neal on in relief for the Greyhounds. little bit low. 2 balls and a strike. Two and one the count. Paniagua at the plate with an opportunity to tie this thing here in the bottom of the 7th. Comes the stretch and the pitch by Neal. Outside ball 3. 3 and 1 the count. Outside ball 4. So that loads the bases for Caleb Adams. Going to get a visit to the mound. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back. Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our 3rd season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.fortees.com and click KCK Baseball. All right, the visit's over with. Dawson is at second. Paniagua at first. Adams at the plate. 2 outs. Neal on in relief. Adams trying to get this thing tied up. Curveball just catches the inside corner. The dynamic of the runner being at third makes things so different for the catcher and the pitcher here, because one to the screen ties this thing up. 0-1 the count, bases loaded. Adams at the plate. Breaking pitch, breaks just a little bit outside, 1-1 the count. Adams has popped out to the first baseman, flown out to left field, and had a base hit up the middle. We could get that base hit up the middle again here like his hit a while ago would be awesome. Here comes the 1-1. Foul ball back to the screen. So 1-2 the count. Bases full of Blue Devils. They trail by 1 here in the bottom of the 7th. 7-inning scheduled game. Strike 3 called for the last out of this one. So the final. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. We'll be back in about 20 minutes. Remember to go to the other link. We'll be back with the other games shortly. Thanks for listening. We'll be right back.